welcome to another round of Sports Reviews. Tonight I'm reviewing Mexico 2, Canada 0 in the semifinals of the 2021 CONCACAF Men's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. Canada loses. They are not going to Tokyo, but Mexico is because of these two goals as follows. In the 57th minute, bad pass by Panamis. Far out. Defender can't get it. Horrible. Uriel Antuna pounces on it, takes a shot. That's a goal. 1-0. Puts it past Panamis. Just a horrible mistake. A horrible mistake. And then in the 64th minute, Montgomery has the header off the post. Drops to Johan Vasquez. He finishes the tap-in to make it 2-0. That's the way it would end. And sadly enough, the game... Canada had a chance. They had a chance, but they just couldn't finish it off, couldn't hold. They broke, and it was a bad 10 minutes. The stats were as follows: 19 shots to 3, 6 shots on target to 1, 67% possession to 33% possession, 438 passes to 224 passes, 81% pass accuracy to 63% pass accuracy, 19 fouls to 22 fouls, 1 yellow to 4 yellows, no reds on either side, 2 offside to no offside, 4 corners to 0 corners. Here's the thing. Canada, first half. It's a tale of two halves. First half, they're not great, but they're defending well. They're holding. Panamis making saves. The defense, the back five, amazing. No problem. Yes, there's tactical fouls, but they're holding. They're holding. Yeah, they're allowing shots. Yeah, they're allowing set pieces. But when it comes to it, it's Mexico. You're going to do that. You're going to give them possession. You have to hold. Even if you break, you have to hold. And they did that to the best of their ability. And that's an achievement. Holding them for 45 minutes. Hell, holding them for 57 minutes is an achievement. But then the second half, especially the start of it, it fell like a Jenga shack in a hurricane. Since I'm a hurricane guy, I like hurricanes, I'll explain it like this. Say the first half was the first bands of a hurricane, a category 4-5 bearing down on the coast. Say the first half was the first bands. It's okay. You have your house boarded up. Everything's fine. The furniture's in the house, the outdoor furniture's in the house. Everything's going fine. You think, yeah, this won't be so bad. The second half, especially the start of it, was the right front quadrant eye wall. 155 mile per hour winds. Shingles are flying in the air. Siding's flying off your house. You're lucky it's not blown off its foundation. I'm sorry. You should have expected it. We expected to lose. But the more time goes on, you get hopeful that they could hold on. That's the problem. The first half was good enough to where you could be like, I believe they could pull this off. I believe they could hold on and get to extra time, get to penalties, as long as we withstand the eye wall, the worst. And they didn't. They didn't. They didn't survive that eye wall. They did not survive that 10-minute period of 2 goals. And they didn't come back. They couldn't survive that 10-minute period where they scored their 2 goals. They couldn't. They couldn't. That was the eye wall. That was the right front quadrant of Hurricane Mexico. There you go. Couldn't stop it. You saw it coming. And you know what's coming. But that second half, that 10-minute portion where those 2 goals were scored, there you go. That was it. That's what they needed. Canada couldn't get a chance on goal. They had only 1 shot on goal. Tajon Buchanan, of course, the best player on the team, by far. And that's that. You can't ask for more. The second half, even the rest of it after those 10 minutes wasn't so bad. The defense was still good. It was those 2 mistakes. 2 bad mistakes that they couldn't survive. And you can't ask for more. Yes, it's depressing. Yes, it's sad. Yes, you have hope because they're holding. And then it goes away like that. It is what it is. You can't help it. And for that said, because Canada U23s, they don't play together. They go to the tournament, play the tournament, see what happens. Which leads to the tweet I'm about to talk about in a little bit. But this match was I wouldn't say their best effort, but it was good enough. Besides those 2 goals. Mexico is Mexico. We expected to lose. The thing that hurts is that, hey, guess what? We thought we could hold them because of that first half. We couldn't, though, and that's what hurts. The more they give you hope, the more it hurts. And normally, if it was like the first 5 minutes, it'd be like, okay, we expected this. It was pretty heartbreaking that it took only 10 minutes in the second half. They didn't even have to play 30 more minutes in the second half to beat us. It's exactly what it is. It's depressing. It's like, wow. For 80 minutes of this match, we were good enough defensively to hold them back. But for 10 minutes, that was our undoing. It is because this team doesn't play together enough. They're playing together for 3 more matches, and we got to our ceiling. Because people knew this. You get Mexico, you're probably going to lose, and you're not going to the Olympics. You get the U.S., you have a chance. And as we saw, Honduras beat the U.S. So we would have still had a chance. But when it comes down to it, it is the thing. If this team had more games, maybe they would have done better. Maybe they would have had their true potential. But you have to work through situations on the fly, basically, and that's the problem. Which leads to this tweet. Dwayne Rollins at 24th Minute on Twitter, you know him, you love him. He said this: while I have your attention on the Canada Men's 23 program for the next 11 minutes, let's actually have a men's Olympic program moving forward. With Canadian Premier League pros, now there's no reason not to play B friendlies with the 2001 and younger guys over the next couple of years. And he's completely right. Dwayne Rollins is completely right here. We need the B team. We need a B team. We need a B team. We do. I mean, hell, we don't even schedule A friendlies, but we need to do that too. Schedule A friendlies. Schedule B friendlies. Have these younger guys play together because guess what? Mexico, 20 friendlies before this tournament. 20. U.S. even played 2. And they're not even going to the Olympics, but at least they have the right idea. They played Spain twice. They have the right idea. At least 5 friendlies a year for these under-23s. The next Olympic cycle, set them up the year after the Olympics. Play them 3 to 5 friendlies that year. The next year, 5 friendlies. Then the year before, 5 to 7. Should be enough over 4 years before the Olympic tournament to put them together and work them together. And by the way, sack Biello and let Stephen Caldwell be the guy to lead them. Because Biello don't know a damn thing. But, yes, set up A friendlies because we need to. B, set up B team under 23 friendlies. He's right. He is exactly right. I agree. And if you don't agree, you're part of the problem with Canadian soccer. Why? Because Canada Soccer does not want to spend money. They do not care. They're fine with mediocrity. They're fine with incremental building. As long as the men's national team golden generation doesn't fail, they don't care. You can't really screw that up. But everything else, could there? There was talent on this team. Problem is 2 things. Biello and the fact that they had to work through things on the fly. They couldn't work together and be like, yeah, we know what to do because we've been playing together for a couple of years as a B team to be ready for this tournament. That's exactly right. The tactics of Biello sucked, and he wasn't easy to work on the fly. And the players couldn't either. They didn't know the right situation, what to do in a right situation. How to break down a low block, because if you make friendlies against teams in CONCACAF that use a low block or in UEFA or anything, you know how to break down the low block. The closest thing this team had to a friendly was against Iceland in January 2019. And the cracks showed there. I ranted about that game for 20 minutes? Yeah, the cracks showed there. Anybody with a brain was like, yeah, this is possible, especially if we get Mexico. But if we get USA, we can handle. We got Mexico, and that's what it is. If we don't do this, if we don't set up the B team, here's what's going to happen. This is our reality. We have to hope we don't get Mexico. In the group, Or, well, if it's in the group, we better finish second or in the semifinals. We can handle the USA. We can handle Honduras. Mexico, no. It's happened the last 3 times. 2012, 16, 20, I think. 2008 as well. So 4 times now, actually. This has happened. This is the same old thing. This is our reality. We don't try to let these players get used to each other. That's our reality. So set up the B team. We have players to do that. Set them up. Do B friendlies. They can't cost as much as A friendlies. Put them at like IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Or put them in somewhere like Spruce Meadows or Tim Hortons Field. Or you could do it at York U. I don't care. Do it somewhere and set it up. It's not hard. And I'm sure other countries will have you fly over on a dime. I'm sure. Do it. Do it. I'm just saying. It's time. Sack up. Build up the B friendlies. Hell, build up the A friendlies at the same time. And let's do this. Do you want this to be the same thing that happens every 4 years? If we get Mexico in the semis? Do you want this to happen every 4 years? Because if you do you really care? You don't. I'm sorry, you don't. So with that said, that's all I really had to say. You can't say much about the game besides what I said. Tale of two halves, the stats, the goals. I felt that tweet was interesting, and I totally agree. So with that said, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, because the Cayman Islands game was postponed, because the Cayman Islands did not have their testing time, they will play tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central, 6 Eastern. As you can see, I set that up, so I'll be going live for that one. It'll just be a live because that's what we were planning on doing. And for the 30th, for the final of the Canadian, or CONCACAF, not Canadian, CONCACAF Olympic qualifiers, I ain't doing a video for it because it's not Mexico, USA. Even then, I probably wouldn't have, but hey, at least now I could be like, doesn't really matter, right? Right. So with that said, I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace.